Hey guys, Ouroboros. I understand that it's been a while since the last time I posted a video, and the first thing I'm going to say is coronavirus. So it kind of seems like it's going to be a clickbaity video, but I just want to throw out some numbers, right? So we're going to throw out 2 and 8. From the last I've heard, COVID-19 has an infection rate of around 2, meaning that for every 1% sick, 2 people can get sick. And also from the last thing I've heard, it has about an 8% mortality rate for people below 60. So it doesn't kill very many of us. It also doesn't really affect the young. The young seem to have a very strong tolerance for it. Now, my initial thoughts for when, this whole thing was happening was, weaklings died. Big deal. But the thing is that it's not really that simple. It doesn't just kill the elderly. It also has very big issues for people with immune problems and those that are diabetic. I have a friend that's diabetic. She is definitely not weak, but she is in danger if she catches this virus to die from it. So it's not as simple as just saying, those that are weak will die, because sometimes things happen that aren't really in your control. Now, the whole outbreak thing doesn't just bring health issues to the table, but also brings out a lot of people's nasty side. Like, we'll take xenophobia, which is a really big one right now. Xenophobia is racism for Asian countries or for Asian people. There's been an increase in that racism over the last month because of the COVID outbreak. People are so quick to be angry at others for things that they cannot control, like being Asian in America. That's not exactly their choice. Like, they're in America. Do you think that they really brought it over on purpose? Do you think that the Asian community was like, yeah, we're gonna bring over a deadly disease so that it can infect all of America? No, that's not something. Who would benefit from that? Nobody. There's no room for that kind of shady behavior and thinking in this area. You should not automatically come to conspiracies in the first fucking sight of danger. That's incredibly stupid. No. The other thing that's been brought to light is people hoarding toilet paper. That is fucking ridiculous. People went out and bought literally everything they could buy, and it's so stupid. This isn't a zombie outbreak. It is the flu, but remixed. You buying toilet paper and locking yourself in your house isn't gonna help anybody. It's dumb. We are buying everything and we are creating the shortage that we're afraid of. People will panic so much to the smallest threat. It's not. That's probably why aliens don't want to visit us. Simply because we will panic at the first sight of a flying saucer. So those are really 2 big issues that aren't health concerns, but are definitely concerns out there because people are stupid. The genuine IQ of the community must be so low because people are still not buying Corona beer simply because its name is also shared with the virus. That's ridiculous. I, for one, am not really scared of contracting COVID-19. I am healthy-ish 20-year-old. I'm not gonna, my chances of dying are very low compared to the rest of the community. But I am scared for my boss. My boss is definitely immunocompromised, and he's also diabetic, so that's a double whammy. And I really don't want to get sick because I don't want to get him sick. And it's really not just because he signs my paycheck. Like, that is one of the reasons, right? We all need money. But it's not one of the main reasons why I don't want to get him sick. He's actually genuinely pretty cool, and it would be very devastating to a lot of people if he died. So I prefer to not get him sick. I am also very, very worried about my mother and my father. They aren't the oldest, and they're not in the category of being in danger, but my dad especially is. he is very much a part of the Catholic cult, and that being a problem in of itself isn't exactly what I'm talking about. Church or mass is a gathering of so many people, especially the sick, because they want to get healed by their deity. That is a very big problem because the sick coming in and holding and shaking other people's hands, getting them sick because people at church don't care. That's scary. You go out, and especially in my church anyway, what you would do is that you would what's called in Spanish is called pasando la paz, which is just shaking somebody else's hand, hoping peace for them. And that is, you do that with strangers around you, next to you or around you. That's a big no-no in of itself. The second really big thing is getting the Eucharist, I think is what it's called. Again, I'm not religious, I don't really know. But when you're drinking the blood of Christ and eating his body, quote unquote, people go up there and they drink from the same cup in the same spot. And yeah, it's wiped down, but it's wiped down with the same cloth. It's gross. And like, I know that I hadn't really thought about this stuff beforehand, before the virus, but it's nasty. Don't do that. It's gross. Church should be canceled. Church should be canceled. That's it. And honestly, I'm not really super scared of the disease itself, but I'm scared of the consequences that the disease has, and that's on that's on society, not on like health issues. But like, a big social concern for me is I'm scared that people will panic for far too long, and that this thing would go on for too long, and that people will start getting anxious and not being prepared enough, fearing for not being prepared enough, will lead them to rob other people of their belongings. Now, I know it sounds ridiculous. I know. And like, I myself didn't really prepare super well. I bought a bunch of canned tuna. I can survive on tuna for very long. I don't plan on staying inside, but just in case, tuna. But I'm scared that people are gonna break into my house wanting my tuna, and I know it's ridiculous. It sounds absolutely stupid, and I know this as I'm saying it. It's really dumb, but like, that's a genuine fear. Like, what if somebody wants my tuna or wants my belongings simply because they didn't prepare enough, and I have to take drastic measures in order to protect myself and my family? Nah, that shouldn't be any kind of concern. Now, again, it's ridiculous. I don't think it's gonna happen. I should give people more of the benefit of the doubt, but history has taught us anything is that if you give humanity the benefit of the doubt, they're more than likely gonna disappoint you. So better off being prepared than not. Anyway, I did want to leave off this with kind of a positive message. So it's like, panic is your worst enemy right now. That's the last thing you want to do. Panic makes you scared, and shutting yourself in just because of the flu 2, electric boogaloo, isn't going to do you or the rest of us any good. If you're sick, yes, stay home, please. Rest and take care of yourself. But if you're healthy, just take extra precaution, like wash your hands, sanitize, don't be afraid to just go out and do things as normal simply because somebody out here has the sniffles. And don't be an asshole. Don't panic because somebody coughed 2 meters in front of you. No, it's not gonna do us any good to panic and be scared. Just a little bit of extra precautions doesn't hurt anybody. Now, I'm not an epidemiologist, I think is what they're called, the people that study epidemics and stuff. I'm also not a doctor, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. Don't, I'm not the be-all, end-all of this conversation. And, just stay healthy, have fun staying at home if you're gonna stay at home. Watch my videos, I have content out here. I'm gonna be streaming, so, since you're at home, watch it anyway. You're gonna be out here. This helps both of us, I guess. But, have fun. Please stay healthy. If you're sick, don't leave the house. If you're not sick, don't be afraid to leave the house. Don't wear a mask. It looks stupid. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. P.S. I won this fight. I won this game.